Welcome to the Daily Ride and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the latest TT helmet from Jumbo Visma. Here it is. Wow, this thing really is far out there. I'm sure you'll agree. It doesn't look like it should be in a bicycle TT race. It looks like it should be on the set of some kind of sci-fi movie like Star Wars, but no, it was introduced and debuted in the prologue of the Tirreno Adriatico by Jumbo Visma. It's crazy, it really is. Now, I'm not actually against equipment evolving, developing. I think it's good to push the boundaries, but honestly, I think this has gone too far, I really do. When I was born, people riding TTs used to wear this, which is exactly nothing. In time, it then developed to this, and then this, and to this. The aesthetics are awful with this new Jumbo Visma helmet. They really are. And if you've forgotten already what it looks like, here it is again. It's terrible. It just doesn't belong. I don't think it should be anywhere near a bike race. And that is one of my primary criticisms, which is the aesthetics. I honestly don't think aesthetics are everything, and in the past I would say I've disagreed with a lot of the UCI challenges and rules brought into place to maintain the status quo of the look of the sport, but in this instance I believe they should get involved and ban it. I don't think it looks great, and I believe it could put a lot of people from either watching the sport or actually getting involved in the sport. If you think of young kids as well, maybe they're 14, 15, thinking of entering into cycling for the first time, and maybe they want to do a TT and they wear this kind of helmet. Someone takes a photo that goes on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever they're using. They'll probably get bullied at school. I mean, it's just that crazy. It's just so far out. However, the main reason that I believe that this helmet needs to be banned is cost. The fact is, teams are always going to push the envelope. There's no doubt about that. If they can get any little tiny advantage when they're competing at a high level, they're going to take it and go as far as they can to the letter of the law of those rules. And that's exactly what Jumbo Visma have done, and that's what other teams are going to do now looking at this helmet, because there is competitive advantage. There's no doubt about that. However, all that technology development, it's come at a cost, and a big cost. It's not been cheap to develop this helmet. For the teams that are performing professionally, competing professionally, that's fine, that's okay. However, what about the people at the weekend who want to go to their local cycle club and compete in a TT race? How can they afford this kind of helmet? And the answer is, right now they probably can't. Maybe in the future they'll become more available and people can, but do we really want TT racing and cycling on the whole just to become something where people with the best equipment are going to win? That kind of goes the way to where go-karting motorsport is now, and I think it's something that we need to keep in mind, because there are people who find the cost inhibitive in entering the sport to be competitive. Now, already in TT racing, if you have a TT bike with specialised wheels, with specialised clothing, the aero clothing, aero helmet, all the aero gubbins, you're going to have a significant advantage over someone that just turns up on even a standard aero road bike. And if you're, say, again, a teenager entering the sport and someone turns up with all the gear and you just turn up on your aero road bike, you're going to have to be substantially fitter, stronger, with a higher FTP than the other person that's got all the gear. And that kind of worries me, that it'll put people off entering into cycling. I think it's going too far. I do. I think it's gone too far already. And I'm not really sure what can be done, but I think the starting point is to ban this helmet. I really do. As far as the helmet's concerned, the solution's quite easy, I think. But as far as the longer term solution to stop this continual development and battle of equipment in TT racing and cycling, I don't know what the answer is. However, I'll kind of have a bit of a stab at what I think could be done. But before I do that, I want to just read out what the UCI have to say about this new Jumbo Visma helmet. They say, the UCI acknowledges that while this may not directly contravene existing UCI regulations, it raises a significant issue concerning the current and wider trend in time trial helmet design, which focuses more on performance than the primary function of a helmet, namely to ensure the safety of the wearer in the event of a fall. Well, that's fair enough, and they also go on to say, in view of the evolution of these situations as well as other problems encountered in recent years in relation to the requirements for commercial availability, the ban on non-essential components and the shape and size of time trial helmets, the UCI will undertake a review of its rules on the design and the use of helmets in competition. By reading this, that it looks like the UCI are going to change the rules, and I really hope they do. We will see. However, how does that leave local racers, and how does that leave your local TT race? I don't think it really changes very much, and I think maybe we need to go further. And I was thinking today, what about if we had two tiers of TT race? We had one where it was all in aero, do what you want, that's fine, and have a standard race side by side where you can just turn up on your normal road bike. Could be an aero road bike, but you can't have the tri-bars on, which would make it safer, let's face it. You also can't have the special clothing, helmet other than a normal road bike helmet, no special socks, nothing. And you're going to get two very different speeds, maybe two different kind of competitors, I don't know. But if that happened, it would certainly reduce the cost to actually compete, and for the people entering the sport, that might not be a bad idea at all. Unlikely to happen, but who knows. Another idea I had, and I don't think it'll happen at all, but why not transfer that into the Grand Tours? Rather than them having special TT bikes, why not say you can't have a special TT bike? The only bike that you're allowed is the one that you're regularly racing on in the race. Your most used bike, maybe, or something like that, is the one that you must use when you're doing the TT. No more tri-bars, no more special bikes, no more stupid helmets and all the rest of it. And maybe if the professionals did that, and why not, then it would mean that there's not so much pressure on people who are trying to get into the sport or already in it and just can't afford the cost of buying all this kit because it's so expensive. And if you don't, then you're just not going to win, and that can be a big deterrent. I don't know if that's feasible or not. I kind of think it will never happen, but hey, who knows? I'm actually not against development. I'm not against making things better and really getting close as you can to the rules, whatever they are in terms of equipment development, because I know that when the manufacturers develop, put time and money into improving their equipment, there will be a trickle down effect, and that will benefit us, the cyclists. But I do think there's a limit. I think it's gone too far for quite a while, and I just think cycling's becoming too expensive. Things need to change. Let's start with banning this stupid helmet. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and here's a couple more videos on screen now that you might enjoy watching. Take care.